Okay, now that we've touched on the upper body, we're now going to move to the lower body, because it's key that we have a full body program when working out. So we're going to work through a series of exercises that are designed to increase both hip and glute strength, and they core a huge basis of your general strength throughout the body. So we're going to start off with an exercise called the monster walk. So very slowly bringing the feet in between the bands. You just want to have the band totally exposed, wrapped around the ankles. And we're going to start with the feet at shoulder width apart and very slowly walk from side to side. We want to go to 10 to 12 movements one side and then 10 to 12 the other, so that we're focusing on both sides of the hip, or both hips, and always making sure that we never come any narrower than shoulder width apart with the feet each time we stop. Okay, now we're going to move into a progression from our side to side monster walks and move forward and back. So again, same setup, feet at shoulder width apart, and we're always going to maintain a bend in the knees. With this one, we can either walk with our hands by our side or on our hips. I prefer on the hips because it encourages us to stay a little bit lower and really keep right down with those knees. So we're just going to walk across, keeping those feet nice and close together each time we come in. We're going to do 10 walks up, so 5 on each leg, and then 10 walks back. Same movement, again staying low, making sure that we're getting right into those hips and glutes. Okay, now we're going to do some diagonal kickbacks. So again, same setup. This is something that we want to keep focused on for all of our lower body work. Knees bent, feet at shoulder width apart, and then from there, hands on hips again. We're going to slowly kick back, keeping almost a full extension in the leg, but the slightest of bends in the knee, and we should start to feel that right through the right glute. Just slowly back, reposition, rebalance, and then kicking back again. We're going to do 10 on this side, followed by 10 on this side, again focusing for 2 to 3 sets either side. Now to finish off with, we're going to do some lateral kick out. So again, with feet at shoulder width apart, we're going to very slowly kick out and slowly come back in, getting through those hips. We want it to be a nice controlled movement. The faster we go, the less control we're going to have. So we want to very slowly come up, very slowly reposition. Make sure that both feet land on the floor flat before coming back up again, so that we don't lose our position. 10 on one side, followed by 10 on the other, 2 to 3 sets. Move into a set of squats. So feet at shoulder width apart. We want to again keep the knees slightly bent. The key to a good squat is to get plenty of movement back in the hips, almost imagining that you're going back in a chair. So setting our hands out in front of our chest. From there, we're going to slowly move back with the hips and then sit down with the knees and then slowly come back up. Try and get into the habit of holding that for a second, holding the knee bend for a second, and then slowly coming back up again. And we're going to go for 10 to 12 reps of that, again for 2 to 3 sets. Okay, now to do a progression for our squats. We're going to do the same movement with the squat, but as we come up, we're going to go for a diagonal kick like we did earlier. Reposition, down into the squat again, and then out onto the other side. Again, we want to do the squats, we want to treat each squat and kick back as one rep. So we ultimately want to do 10 reps in total, 5 on each leg, and again going for 2 to 3 sets. Okay, now that we've touched on the upper body, we're now going to move to the lower body, because it's key that we have a full body program when working out. So we're going to work through a series of exercises that are designed to increase both hip and glute strength, and